dun, 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 dun. Money printer been running too hot. The Fed just pumped it and coincidentally sold at the top. Gave us that transitory story, disregarded the warnings. That M2 money chart be looking like a jack in the box. Got the CPI hot, got the PPI hot. Yield curves invert, then the bubble gonna pop. Is it ever gonna drop? JP's gotta face the noise. Stage fright, rate hike, few basis points. Inflation, major pain, better make the choice. The Fed talk, spread hogs, better raise them boys. The game deployed's the same and the aims avoid that in the plebs win. So we remain employed. Dun, 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 dun. Every day's the same. Wake up and I check if the Fed gon' pivot. Is it over? Cause I'm wrecked. We got Kathy writing letters, losing all respect, and my ledger's getting heavy like a noose around my neck. Do Quan spread, mass terror, a real ass terror. 3 arrows in the back, that's a bad debtor. Hope you pack mad snacks and your black sweater. Sub-zero flow, that's some bad weather. I bet you never expect Tether to better protect. Cheddar's the best investment in retrospect. Whether you're in BTC or GBP, beat the dust, Dixie up, pump USD and let it dun, 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 dun. I bet you thought I let the boy off scot-free. That's mainstream media, not me. Gonna scream if I see another puff piece. At least report on a criminal properly. No remorse, yeah, let me guess. Money talk, so we can't confess. They wanna hear a couple words on FTX? Yeah, sure. Fuck SBF. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck SBF, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Bears, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Fed, yeah, yeah.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, looks like we're good to go. Get the chat running. Awesome. Check. Okay, apparently it's back now. Can we confirm that we now have the audio back? My check. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened there. You know what I mean? Like I just have some AirPods plugged in, um, and yeah, they were. I swear to God, they were working right at the beginning. I, Go figure. Go figure. Um, but that's okay because you guys came in like heroes and saved me before I blabbed on for 30 minutes and then looked at chat. And yeah, so thanks for that. Let's keep this audio working. Um, anyways, like visually, you didn't miss anything, right? These are still all the positions that I'm looking at right now. Um, Yep, those are still all the positions that I'm looking at right now. I was saying that we have ourselves a nice 3% range here. So it'd be cool to just stay here. Shoot, in a perfect world, we just never leave here or here. And we just trade in between them for the rest of our lives and make all the money. Um, but yeah, you guys didn't miss too much here. Nope, you didn't. Um, so we are fastly approaching this. Oh, I think the other things I was saying is Bitcoin was just kind of, I don't know, it was looking a little bit boring, and some of these other altcoins are looking. Man, there's some charts out there that look really really good right now. I'd love to get to those. There's only so many ticks in a day though, so I don't want to spend too much more time on here. What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this little situation right here? I guess we're going to have to. I'm going to have to take a look at more or less this leg of price down to here and see how I feel about this most immediate idea here. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so that's not. It's not really fortunate. I'm going to want to see a little bit more structure develop in here somewhere. I don't like the aggressiveness of this right here. Um, yeah, we're going to want a little bit more structure in there. So we come up, boom, we get a little whipsaw. Was there some sort of like news or something this morning at 5:30? That's an interesting looking candle. It's an odd candle. So we come back up, can't crack the high, start to dump. Oh, pretty fast. Yeah, it looks like crap. It just looks like crap. I need better. It could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, you're just following this leg here for it to flip. It's just unfortunately we only really have that kind of level to work with now. So we need a couple more highs to form on the way down. It can take its time down there. It can take its time to get down there. That is what I'm going to be looking for. Call it. Yeah, I want to see what's the best way I can describe this. I want to see this sort of slow. It needs to slow down and kind of spread out. This last sort of tail from here to say here. I want it to get kind of flatten out and start to curve down and then nip the bottom and come back and break structure. That's what I'm looking for. And I want a very, very shallow SFP here. I don't want anything too deep. I want something shallow, like this level of shallow. Nothing too deep in here. Something nice and shallow, just enough to sort of nip whatever liquidity we've got left here and see if there's any SLs left down in there. And yeah, and then target back up to the top of the range. That's what I want on that one. So we'll set an alert there and we'll move on with our lives. I'll plug alert right here, and I'm going to plug one up here at the top of the range as well. I'm actually going to set it just below this high right here, and that should be all I need for the interim. Oh, I regret not using horizontal rays for that. I just like to have my alert. Oh, wait, no. I guess I can do, you can still do it, right? If we come into here. Every time? There we go. Every time. Haha, that's what I like. I prefer it that way. That way, if I miss the first notification, it just continues to dump notifications on me. My mic seems a little hot. It seems like it's clipping a bit. Okay, let's see. I wanted to talk about supply and demand because CKKKKKK Master, or I put too many Ks in that, CK something or other Master was asking me about supply and demand and the range I have marked up there. So I guess we will, yeah, we'll hop into that. We'll just talk about supply and demand real quick. Let me hop to, say, the 4 hour. So for me, what I'm looking for supply and demand is I'm looking for an area of price that whether this is the bearish variety, right? So this would be a buy to sell that broke structure from left to right. That's number one thing that it needs to do. Check. Number two thing that I want to see it do, I want to see it create some manner of inefficiency in that process. Some manner of inefficiency needs to be created. So that's, we've already checked box A. Now we can say that we've checked box B. Third, I want to see it break something. I want to see it break something. So in this case, it broke this low right here. We're on the 4 hour chart right now, but we had a pretty significant break past that low. And that was a very large swing structure point, right? So those are the three things that I'm looking for when I'm looking for supply or demand. That's kind of my three main things that I want to see happen. I want to see it break something. I want to see, yeah, this buy to sell that breaks. I want to see an inefficiency. Essentially, I'm just looking for where players got involved in the market that had a significant impact on the market. It's the number one thing that I'm looking for because whoever is playing around with their money here, they got a lot more money than I do. So I got to understand what these people are doing. I got to understand how they're trying to play this because they got a lot more money than I do. I can't move the Bitcoin chart like that. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. So as another example here, like this guy right here, if this candle were to come down, this what are we on the 4 hour chart, right? If this candle were to come down, really, it would be better if this touched right here because that would have validated this low on the 4 hour chart. But just for the sake of the example here, let's say that this candle comes down and breaks this low right here, right? Breaks that low with confidence. Well, then I'm going to be looking to this as an order block at that point, right? But if you go down to the smaller time frame, say the 1 minute time frame, all that is a buy to sell that ended up breaking structure from left to right. And all it needs to do now is create an inefficiency and break something else. And then boom, you got yourself some supply right there. So he was asking about that. I thought I'd give a little bit of an explanation on it. One of those things. All right, we got alert set on BTC. I have no. Yep. Yeah, I have no interest in putting any other positions on the chart, so I am going to go look at other stuff now. Let's see. Let me get back to chat and let's see here. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything in chat? Yes, it's on. So good. CME contracts closing in 15 minutes. GDP and PCE just had. Oh, there's a heart blocking it. Blocking your comment. Just had something sentiment? UOM sentiment? Cool. Well, all right. That explains that. Man, I was looking for what I was doing. Was I sleeping? Was I sleeping when that happened? Anyways, let's go take a look at the old Dixie, the old boring ass Dixie. Here. No, it's still intact. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. No, I lied. I lied. That's good enough for me. Yeah, that's good enough for me. All right, so it looks like we kind of failed that high, and we're coming back down to test this low right here. Interesting. Is BTC going down then? Yeah, I mean, it's still on a pretty northerly march. Nothing looks overly bearish about that for me. I have so many lines on this chart. It's driving me crazy. Um, I as long as we maintain above this low right here, um, then I think it is overall in an upward trajectory. Yeah, as long as we remain above that low, then I'm pretty happy with the stance on it. If we lose that low, then I think we'll come down here and test this guy out. But that's a long way away. Cool. Anything interesting happening on the ES? Yeah, just ES doing ES stuff. Yeah, that seems about right. Come down. I mean, I have it sort of miscolored right now or whatever, but if it's south, it's demand, and if it's north, it's supply. So yeah, that looks about right. Come back up, set a new high, probably today. Let's see here. Okay, I don't think there's. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could look at NQ. I'm not overly interested in it, but I'll look at it. But you just leave that gap there, huh? Just leave that gap, old, just hanging out, huh? Okay, I guess do that. Yeah, okay. NQ looks to set a new high. Yeah, it would seem pretty clear that we're coming here before here, if you ask me. And then what's the other one? Oh, Tesla. Is it not on here? Do I care enough to search for it? I don't. I don't care enough to search for it. It's maybe no. It wasn't Tesla. It's Nvidia. No wonder I'm like it's Nvidia. That was the one I wanted to look at. 2 hour. Nothing really important on there. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know who it's. I think the handsome man that just joined the chat is must be who you're referring to. I think his name's Alex. Um, Anyways, what do we want to take a look at today? Because we want to take a look at ETH. That's right. Thanks for asking about ETH, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for asking about that. Damn you, all the hell, ETH. Really? Okay, well, whatever. I guess that I'm okay with that. That's interesting. I don't know. Really? I want 3150 on ETH. I don't even trade ETH, but that would be rad. That would be super cool. That'd be super cool. I'd be so into that. Um, what do we have here? What do we have here? So I don't think that's really relevant, and that's not relevant, and that VWAP is messing my eyeballs up. Tisk. Are you gonna come down lower, or are you gonna keep on keeping on? Man, I can't remember what I was looking at some chart this morning. I was like, man, that low looked really good. I wonder if I can find it. Bum, 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 bum. Very interesting. Let me see here. So obviously, I'm not happy that this low still exists. In a perfect world, that low wouldn't exist still. Yeah, I'm not in love with that low. I'm not in love with that. So we come up, we break, we come back down and mitigate demand, and then we continue back up, break, lower high, or I'm sorry, higher low, higher high, up, down, break. Okay, but we just broke again. I hate ETH. You know what? I'm not spending any more time on here. I'm not going to plan any local positions. I just have one alert. This one. I just want that one. If I can't have that, I shall have nothing. I shall have nothing if I cannot have that. I guess I was looking at this one little OBIM here, but I suppose all of this is supply. I'm going to kind of reiterate some of my rules as I'm drawing these out, right? So we have a buy to sell that locally breaks structure from left to right. That's not get where you're supposed to be. Don't play with me. That locally breaks structure from left to right. It does as that's happening. Here's your inefficiency, right? There's your inefficiency, and from this move, we come down and we crack that low, right? So this is supply. Well, I already have it cleanly labeled. I don't know why I'm drawing on it. That is supply. We interact with supply, and we come up, down, up. Or I'm sorry, down, up, right? Touch the high that created the low, and turn around and break the low, right? So, yeah, there's our little bit of break the low right here. Expectational order flow, lower high for lower low. So I guess I don't know. I don't know. Again, now that I'm starting to look at this, I really don't. I'm going to say it one more time. I want this or nothing at all. But I might get it. I might get it. We might be seeing the beginning of a crawl down to there. We may be seeing the beginning of a crawl down to there. Um, we further break structure here again. This area is a little too big, and there's nothing clean inside of here that I like. So as far as I'm concerned, it can just shit right out here and not come back to it. Do I really believe this is going to work? You have to watch this zone right here at 33,400 ish, or what is this? 33, yes, whatever, 33,400 ish. It starts in and about that area. Let's put a price label on it so we don't have to be too confused about it. Yeah, 33.91. You have to kind of watch that still, because even though we do have supply here, right? And we did break structure coming out of supply. Um, your larger structure at play still looks like this and still can look like that, right? Um, so for that reason, it's just an aggressive approach down there. I suppose you could look to long ETH around there if you are happy with this low. Um, that would I'm not, but that would still maintain this larger swing structure here. So because you have to break. What would that be? What time frame would that structure be valid on? So yeah, that's like more like you're closer to your like 4 hour structure right there, right? So in order for your 4 hour structure to even set a higher low, well, yeah, I mean, like chances are good you're gonna have to break the 5 or the 15 to get down and set that higher low, and then flip your 5 or 15 back into your favor to come back and set your higher high on the 4 hour, right? So I would say that is, yeah, it's. I'm not really an ETH trader. I want this and only this, and because I want it so bad, they'll never give it to me. But let's see. Oh, that's not what I'm. That's. Oh, sorry. I definitely redlined on that. Um, yeah. What do you guys want to look at next week? Big ETH dump. I'll drop 10K. Hey, heck yeah! You drop 10K on ETH next week, huh? Now I gotta zoom out, bro. I gotta zoom out. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yep. Like that idea. Like that idea. Because and we're out here a little bit, but you heard me preach about this not too long ago. That's not what I want. Up, not bearish price action. NB. Loss of this low is bearish price action. Nothing about a big climb up and a squiggle down like that is bearish. Nothing about that is bearish. Proof in the pudding, right? Um, Yeah, yeah. So, and then all we did was we're just doing it again, right? Just doing it again. Not bearish. NB. Working on my penmanship skills, y'all. Working on my penmanship skills. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I'm with you. I like that. I love that idea of just doing it on spot. Uh, I am secretly shopping for something to buy 3x tokens on. I just want to do it. I just want to do it. That's all. I just want to do it. So yeah, all right. I'm not. I'm done with ETH. I don't want to pay any more attention to ETH. Anybody have something else interesting to look at? BTC having a good reaction off the last 2 minute OBIM. It's be okay. Rate. You want to rotate back up from here, up from this guy? I assume you said 2 minute OBIM. I assume you're looking to like this kind of region here. Um, yeah, I get a little, dude. Maybe me and you'll have to catch up about what you're proposing one of these days because it would just make me so uncomfortable to leave all this. You get so close. You get so close to taking these lows and then don't take them. That always makes me uncomfortable. That always makes me uncomfortable. I think I see what you're looking at as far as oh, if it breaks, if it breaks, yeah, if it breaks. Let's see if it breaks. Yeah, which like it's going to, right? Like it's in the process of doing it right now. Um, but I don't know, man. Like a break of this high right here. I still worry about like I would still worry about like this region. Um, why is that blue up there? What is happening in my life? That's not blue. No, go away. That's not blue. Get out of here. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. And it's just me, Bully. You could be totally right, man. You could be totally right. Like we're definitely in the discount of the range, right? That seems pretty clear at this moment. Come to me and put on the range tool and click the right buttons. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so we're definitely in the discount of the range. I just get uncomfortable when it leaves the low, man. I get uncomfortable. Me no likey. Nope. I want a full purge of the liquidity. Um, I just don't like it otherwise. But you're probably right in the sense that if I'm right and it is going to purge that liquidity, then it won't break, right? Then it's not going to break. It's going to keep going down. Good thing is we're getting what I wanted, right? Where instead of coming straight down to this low, we're starting to kind of find some buyers and slow it down and possibly form another high to come into here. And then I start to get a little bit more interested. Then I start to get a little bit more interested. AVAX, CAS. All right, if it breaks, please check CAS. It's been a monster lately. I'm up a lot. Do I sell? Yeah, let's take a look at CAS. Not on this tab, not on my BTC tab. That tab's for BTs and Cs. CAS starts with a K. Starts with a K. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Well, it looks bullish AF, doesn't it? Well, doesn't that thing look a little bullish? Doesn't that look a little bullish, right? This is your bullish type of price action. Big climb up, squiggle down. There was your demand right there. We wicked way through it, but either way, nothing about that is bearish. Ram up again, do the exact same thing, up thrusting again, doing the same thing, up thrusting again. This is your most bullish. I was trying to draw bullish price action examples one of the other days on the stream. There's a really good example of it on this chart. Um, yeah, it's a really good example of it. I like it. But if you're up a lot, like you definitely got to pay yourself. The one thing that let's see here, let's check this. Well, now that's an interesting thing. That's quite an interesting thing. But the good thing is, normally I'd be so worried about a full-on rotation back down to here when I see something like this, right? But the good thing is that you really didn't leave any structure to be broken in that last run up to the high. So even though we've had a significant pullback from it, we haven't broken any structure by doing so. So that looks pretty healthy. That looks pretty healthy. What's the 4 hour look like? Yeah, yeah, yeah. 4 hour looks pretty good. 4 hour looks pretty good. Got yourself in a little bit of a now that okay. We're going to need to investigate between that point and that point and see what's happening in there. This is where you definitely want to caution yourself, right? So you have the high of the range right there that you sweep, and if you come back and you break this guy right here, then I think that's pretty clear you're going to rotate down to the bottom of the range at that point, and you really want this to hold. Um, yeah, you really want that to hold. Yeah, I mean, like so much so that I would almost I don't know what your entry is. I don't know what your plan here is, but I would feel a lot more comfortable about having my no, that line is not going to work, about having my SL somewhere in this region. As a matter of fact, I would put it. What's the thing I want? I want that. Yeah, look at that. Visually, I nailed it. Yeah, I'd have it probably down in the 16.5, area, something along that lines. Let's do some undos. Um, yeah, let's move this down a little bit lower. Didn't I say 16.5, 16.6? Something in that zone right there. Because if you we just identified that this is concerning SFP on a larger time frame. Um, what you have the potential of doing here is setting a lower high for a lower low to align with this, with what that can say on the larger time frame. So for that reason, yeah, you really don't want you don't want that to break. You don't want that to break, because if that breaks, yeah, you're likely coming back down into a range of price like this, right? Which again, like I don't know what your entry is, but that's what I would look out for really locally. Um, yeah, in a perfect world, this low holds. In a sub perfect but still good world, that low holds. Uh, yeah, yep, yep. Yeah, so I'd be pretty cautious about both of these. Yeah, I'd be pretty cautious about both of those. Both of these lows. One 17, 17,779, 17,157. Those. Yeah, I'd be paying attention to those. Those would be the local things I'd be monitoring. I'd be alarmed on a loss of 17,157. Yeah. All right, Cass, AVAX. I think I do want to look at AVAX. Now, see, okay, so like, would I plan a position on Cass? I'm trying to think real quick before I move on to AVAX if there's anything that I would plan a position on this. Um, um, a short off that high. If I were to plan anything on Cass, it would have to be a short off that high. And my thesis on that would really be this, right? Let's see if I can illustrate this. Wherever the price came from down here was a 200% climb up to this high, right? And then when we came up and we broke that high, we came up another 21%, right? When we came up and broke that high. Well, we did not experience that same manner of strength when interacting with this last high. As a matter of fact, we only got 2% above it. So, is it about to distribute, and this being your one, two, and your three? right? Is it about to distribute and come back down and scoop up that liquidity down there? That would be my thesis on that. And yeah, that's I tried to get into lower time frame trading on CASP, God, probably last year or something. I didn't like how the coin, how the I didn't like its operations. I did not like its operations. So I'd probably look at it from more of a swing perspective. AVAX, thank you so much for CAS analysis. I'm so bullish on it until 2029. Um, awesome, good, good. Yeah. Who knows what that thing will be worth in 2029? That's a long outlook, bro. You got a big ass time horizon on that. Cool, cool though. Um, Yeah, this is this curve of liquidity, this curvature of liquidity here is slightly problematic. Um, yeah, if it's so important that after it interacted with this high and we had that pullback, that it worked. Because yeah, this is all demand here, right? All of every last bit of this is demand, and there is demand within demand down there. But it would be so important for it to come back, return, and take that high out with confidence. Um, yeah, that's a very important thing for this asset to do next. If it does not do that next, it's still in, yeah, it's just still in trouble. This is trouble, 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 trouble. So just be a little bit, yeah, I'd be a little bit careful on it. Anyways, let's move on. AVAX. Well, what's BTC doing? Yeah, no, cool. Move on. AVAX. I understand the interest in AVAX. I was looking at this guy too. I was looking at this guy too. All right, so let's clean some of this up. Whatever I was looking for there didn't happen. Let's see. What I'll do, I don't need probably any of this stuff. Or that, or that. This is an obvious, just absolutely leaps off the chart. Like if I was an owner of AVAX, I might actually be an owner of AVAX. I shouldn't say those things. I probably do own some AVAX. Yeah, yeah, you got to be on high alert at 43.77. That's high alert mode right there. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing really too significant. Yeah, I mean, here's what I can tell you. I love, absolutely love the place that it just interacted with. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. Huge fan of that. I like the idea that this could not only be a bounce from demand, but it could be an overall like kind of almost a power of three where you have this slight manipulation below the lows. Um, for to just to get everybody bearish to flip it on them to come in like Busta Rhymes and the whole flip mode squad and just flip it on them. And we're breaking significant structure currently, right? Because well, okay, that's a little wiki. It's a little wiki. Let me take it back. Um, this structure, right? This is very much swing structure right here. We come back and crack that. That's a very swing structure point. If we come back and crack this, then I mean, I would say it's up only until 34, and then I would caution at 34 as well. Yeah, I would definitely caution right at 34. Um, but this, like this. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. So I think I see something here. If we come back and we crack that high, probably do a little bit of squiggles up in here. What I could see is I could see coming up into where, hmm. I can see that this could create a retracement for a lower high for further continuation. That's what I see out of this zone. Yeah, there's so much theory crafting that goes in between here and here that I want to talk about, but those candles don't exist. It's a freaking waste of time. Why bother doing it? What I could, but I'll say it. I want to see it come up, and I want to see it snap back, and I want to see it come up, and I want to see it snap back, and form the lower high out of this demand. But let's be honest, those candles don't exist. So let's go locally on this. Um, yeah, so we definitely have confirmed some great 15-minute structure here. We don't need the swing low on the chart anymore. That's not relevant. What happened here? Ah, gosh dang it. That's okay. Okay, but that could be good. That could be good because the area that I would want if this asset gave it to me is definitely going to be this little V right here. I'd like to I'd like to get involved right there. That would be really cool. The trouble is you just have to. So we break like probably 15 to 30 minute structure coming out of here for a run at this high. But if this high fails and then we then come back and break that same structure again, um, then I think you're headed down to this zone right here. Uh, does it hold, or does this make a full rotation back down to the low for further accumulation? Um, I don't know the answer to that one, but so let me. I'm sorry. I see too many things here. I see too many things here. If this low right here holds, then you are coming back and probably going to put the hammer down on that high, like that, right? Um, if that low does not hold, so in other words, I guess what I'm saying is I can see the potential for a long right off that low. It's a little sketch. You're gonna want some structure on your side or whatever you use to confirm your trades. You're gonna want some confirmations in this because of this. Because of where's the damn tool I want? Because of this, right? Because of that, I think you're definitely going to want to see some good confirmations in there. But if that low holds, that would be super bullish. This is improperly marked as so. Let's fix that. Let's fix this because that is not relevant to me anymore. So it needs to slide over to here. Bum, bum, bum. Go back down to the five. Yeah, I would want. Let's see, did we lose the five off that high? Yeah, absolutely, we did. So we like I would say we are absolutely coming to this low before coming back to that high, because that's just what market structure tells me, right? That's a break right there. It's re-entering, supply right now. I think it's coming down there next. Um, obviously, I could be wrong, but that's just what I see. Uh, yeah, kind of address all this remaining liquidity right down here. I can see a runoff of that, and I could absolutely see a runoff of this guy down in this region. What is that? Get on there, you mother trucker, you mother trucker. 2666, 2767. Don't pay attention to 2724. That's not relevant right here. Why is that on there? Why is that on there? Can we remove that? 2724? Yeah, we don't need that anymore either. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think my preferred long would be down here. That would be my preferred long, and I would look to drive that up to that high, something along those lines. But I would still be interested here. It does not have to come down here, and as a matter of fact, like I said, it could because of this. It could make a full rotation back to the low. Um, but if you just follow your structure, this leg of structure is still bullish. So it doesn't have to break bearish by any means. I like this low. I actually do like this low. I think this low looks very healthy. So one, two, and then yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I love this low. I love that low. Yep, yep, yep. I'm a big fan of it. So those are two local things that I would be looking at on AVAX. Let's clean some of this stuff up. I'd be looking at those two local things. And I suppose, in all reality, another, I can, I kind of got to say I'd be interested in this for potential distribution, rather redistribution, being your one, your two, and your three. I would entertain that as well. I absolutely would entertain that as well. So it's three ideas on AVAX, but once we enter this region up here, once we enter that region up there, I would be hands off on any shorts until 34. Yeah, I don't think I'd be too interested in touching shorts in there. Um, Touching shorts, yeah, yeah. Here, yeah. This would be the logical area to be shorting because that would still maintain your this kind of structure, right? Basically SFPing this high, which we're already worried about right here. Um, yeah, yeah. So this general zone, I think I would be interested in shorting. But once we get clearance above here for liftoff, yeah, I would be pretty hands off on shorts until up there. All right, that's AVAX. If it breaks, this cask. Thanks so much for cash. Trouble. Can I have your thoughts on Ave on the 4 hour? Yes, sir, you may. Yes, sir, you may. Oh, I do have it on my list. I do have it on my list. Here we go with erroneous highlighters. Erroneous highlighting. Am I on the four? Nope, here we go. We're on the four now. Okay, so let's delete some of this. I do think that there's relevance to this line. Yep, I do. So outside of this, now I want my highlighter back. Outside of this, we have addressed all the liquidity in the bottom side of this range of price, right? By this guy right here. Um, yeah, that handled all of that stuff. So I do like to see that. I love to see that. Obviously, in a perfect world, price would have done this and made it easy for everybody, but it didn't. Um, so we have addressed all this liquidity down here. Check. That's good for liftoff. The 4 hour structure is really, really clear. We break it right here, right? That's where your first break occurs. What should be your expectational order flow after a break of structure on the 4 hour? A higher low for a higher high, right? Check. That checks the boxes. Apparently, we're still worried up here. All right, that must be something. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See, look at this. Look at this. Now that I can't remember the last time we were looking at this. It must have been on stream because I don't really chart Aave too much. But we had noticed that it had come up into supply and broke structure, and now it has come back down and addressed all this liquidity, and it's flipping back the other direction, right? Um, so all of that is looking very healthy for, um, like it would seem here before here for sure. To me, that seems this is the only thing that could interfere with that. Outside of outside of this area of price from 105 to 99, yeah, that's the only thing that stands in the way of the high, in my opinion. Um, yeah, that's it. And then, so Tony, are you thinking more like you buy a few coins, you sell a few coins, or are you thinking like 500x long on this, or somewhere in between? What's your approach? Because if we're going to talk about leverage, we got to go below the 4 hour for me to give you any advice on it. 'Cause I can't. Yeah, whatever. Just go down there anyway. Let's just go down there anyway. Okie dokie. All right, so let's see here. Come up. Okay, I like that. I'm good with this. I'm good with this. I don't. We can come back for mitigation on that. Yeah, I like that. Up here, one, no break, two break. Yeah, that's not encouraging. Locally on the 15 minute, this is not super encouraging to see. That would already be a. What I don't know, I don't love four taps. Four taps is like, I don't really have a rule set for that. I don't really have a rule set for that. But I worry about all this stopping volume that seems to be coming in because we just put in a break on this leg right here. We just put in a break on the, what are we on? We're on the 15 minute. Okay, so yeah. We just broke the 15 minute right there. That does not fill me with a ton of confidence, considering how much liquidity we still have um, to be scooped from. Where's the thing I want? From this low to here. Uh, this break is a concerning break for me. After, yeah, yeah, that's a little concerning. That's a little concerning. Um, that does make me feel like it wants to hunt liquidity out from these areas down here. Yeah, that is kind of concerning. What does the peach seed still not do anything? Oh, Bully, what do you think about that, buddy? What are we thinking about that, Bully? I don't know. It's interesting. I guess, hold the phone because we did determine that that was supply. So maybe it's not interesting yet. Maybe that's not interesting yet. We'll go back to Abe. I'm gonna flip through some time frames and see if I can find something. See if I can find something here. So there is an OBIM down here on the 2 hour. Okay, so but man, we'd have to break so much structure to get there. You'd have to break a lot of structure to get down to that. But that's essentially your only protection, your main source of protection between where price is in the low of the range. I wondered if there's something that could hold this low up right here because this really is starting to look like it wants to march back down and test this point. So I'm just like, is there something in there that could hold that low up? And there isn't. And there just isn't. So my direct immediate Aave TA looks like this. Um, and yeah, I think that. I mean, that's it for now. That'll cover it for a couple of days. Oh, outside of potentially here, didn't we? Yeah, we were worried about there. I got to zoom out again real quick to figure out why I was so concerned about that. I can't remember. Oh yeah. No, that's my direct ABTA. What do oscillators look like? Yeah, that's oscillators don't look particularly. I don't care about those. Go away. Yeah. Let's get down to maybe the 5 minute here. No, 10. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my direct ABTA. Close up. Does that cover your bases, man? I'm thinking short around 100. Oh yeah. Short around 100 for sure. Um, yep, for sure. Let's see here. I still have to be interested in a long out of here, and this is what I will say. I will say this: just because you are interested in shorting at 100, this is what I'm gonna mention is that if let's just hypothesize that we break down and come to this, and then start marching up to 100, I think you're shorting a small retrace off of 100 at that point, because at that point I think you are. Yeah, if we were to come down from here down to this demand and then come back up here, I think you're just shorting into a higher low at that point. I think you're just shorting into a higher low for a higher high if this were to occur. So that's one thing I would caution about the short at 100. Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I think there's reasons to short it prior to 100, right? Like kind of right where we're at. Yeah, kind of right where we're at. Cool. What time is it? 8:34. Awesome. So I got a few more minutes. I'm probably gonna let's see what that BTC is doing. Nothing too interesting. I'm gonna probably flip through some 4 hour charts on some other altcoins and see if some of these ones that were popping out to me while I was drinking coffee pop back out to me again. One of them. This one's in a little sketchy territory. Um, I like this area for demand, but I'm not happy that we had to break 4 hour structure to get to it. So this, and we're already back through 50% of this. So even if we do see a lift out of here, it's kind of looking like lower high for lower low. Retest that. So not in love with that. I wasn't one of them. Was it Filecoin? Was that one of them? Yeah, Filecoin's in an interesting position. Filecoin is in an interesting position. I can see it. No, I don't want to do Filecoin TA. Pass. Unless somebody makes me do it, I'm not going to do it. FTM, a little lower would be nice on FTM. Little lower would be nice. But I think, we're definitely getting close to like having reasons to buy altcoins for me anyway. I have like a little lower on FTM. Yep, a little lower, please. I'll see you another day. H bar. What is all this crap? What is all this crap? Come on, damn it. God damn it. That was unfortunate. Yeah, so yeah, H bar, let's go. Let's go. Let's make that happen, H bar. Do we need to come down there? No, I'd be happy even right off of these guys. But this has to look probably a little bit more like that because I still want to see it. Still want to see it break something. Yeah, H bar starting to look pretty healthy. What did I had like ADA. Yeah, ADA looks like it could be in a power of three play right now. Always with the wrong button. I held down. Can we? Does it? I'm convinced I actually don't know how these buttons work. Yeah, because see that time I held the button down and I get a box around it. I can see a little bit of a PO3 like a manipulation below the range low right here. Uh, can we please? Can we like maybe please for a bullish expansion? I can see a little bit of that going on. That's not what I wanted either. Just give me something that's green. Um, yeah, I can see a little bit of that going on ADA. Yep. Yep. I like that. So this needs to be an alert. Let's make sure that's on once per bar. Cool, because if we break back above here, um, if we break back above, what is this? 40, no, 30, 39, 39 cents or whatever. Yeah, I think I'm going to be looking for fat lungs on ADA. Maybe even buy me a little bit more. Why not? I'm already buried in this shit, so might as well buy some more. Can we? Can you move, box? Well, fine. Don't move. See if I care. I don't have the patience for that. What was some of these other things? Was VeChain one of them? God, of course it had the SFP that high. That's boring then. I don't think there's anything to talk about there. Whiff wasn't one. Man, I swear I saw some. Let's see here. My thoughts about Wix was that the Bulls already swept. Yeah, Bully, I was just reading your last comment. I like your sort of thought about that. But don't you always feel better when the actual low is taken? Doesn't that just feel better? I'm with you. Like internal, sometimes you just take internal liquidity, and that's plenty. That's more than enough to make a full rotation. But man, you got to feel better when the overall low gets taken or high, I suppose. God damn, I wish I could remember some. The problem was is I was flipping through charts before I had any coffee in me, and I don't remember what I was looking at. Uh, there's some NB on this chart. We got a little bit of NB going on here. Yeah, this is one that's worth talking about. Um, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, NB, not bearish, not bearish. Demand starts there. Let's get rid of that. Ends there. Do I love anything in between that? Maybe. Where are you? Yeah, there you are. You're right there in the 30-minute, buddy. Can't fucking hide from me. Fucking got you, man. Think you could fucking hide from me? Absolutely not. Yeah, that's not bearish price action. That's not bearish. I know it go down, price go down, but that's not bearish in my opinion. Um, yeah, that looks to be a pretty longable zone on Sol right there. We just gotta fill that gap, correct that correct that little misstep in the market. Um, yeah, like I love longs out of that area on Sol. I do, and we're getting close there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Yep. Love that. Love that. Glad I looked at that chart. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Let's get an alert there for a fucking shower. Let's throw an alert on here once per bar, 15-minute time frame. Awesome. Yep. 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 Love that. Love that. Yep. 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 Love every bit about that. This high still intact. So I don't have to worry about some sort of an SFP and a rotation. All we're dealing with is a big fat break um, above this, right? Yeah, yeah, love it, love it, love it. Long zone, LZ down here, LZ. All right, cool. Alert set on that one. Just trying to remember what it was. Pepe? Was it fucking Pepe? Well, apparently it was Pepe. Apparently that was one of the ones I was looking at. Yeah, I want that low one more time. I want this low one more time. One more time for a accumulation into demand. Give me my third. Give me my third. Give me my third. That's what I'm looking at there on Pepe for a to absolutely crap doodle on all those stop losses and take a run at that high. Um, yep, yep, like that on Pepe. A whole bunch of zeros and a 1-2 and a 0 and a 6-2. That's really the ideal area I'm looking at on that. Um, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we do have a little bit more of the bearish variety here, where we do have a break there, but I there's just too many dollar signs up here. Too much dollars. So yeah, interested in that. I just want one more tap on the effing load. Just want one more. Oh, but we don't have an alert, so that'll never fucking we'll never make that trade if we don't set a goddamn alert for it. Once per bar, let's go. All right, let's pick on some other shit. Marker. I can't remember who asked me about this. Somebody asked me about this last week, maybe. Um, I think it was Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Moral of the story is it did the things that it looks like it appears to have done the things that we were expecting it to do. That's all I can tell you. Um, and now that we have a break above, now that we did, well, that's not a full sweep on that, but I'm gonna have to buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to believe that. So let's delete this stuff. Yeah, I think we've got some, let's get back to the 4 hour. Yeah, Yeah, how high can she go before she retraces? Yeah, it's already high enough. It's already high enough. Yeah, in a perfect world, in an absolutely perfect world, let's get an alert on this guy. 2,428 once per bar. In a perfect world. Yep. Yep. Yeah, enough to make me put an alert on it. I'll tell you that much. What else is interesting? Was OP interesting? Looks like it was interesting. Yeah, OP is interesting. OP is interesting for sure. Let's see here. That's all old news, so let's get that off of there so we don't have to look at that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that supply already did its job, so we're really just talking about this range of price right here, and we've got our, well, no, our dollar signs are down here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Obviously, that's not going to work, but there's our dollar signs. We've got new supply starting here that we're going to have to address, and but so for me, what it is it's the one, it's the two, and it's the three, and especially if you come back and crack this guy, then I think you're going to make your full rotation back up to here, and yeah, I'm just looking real locally on this. Well, maybe rather I should be looking real locally on this. Yeah, the unfortunate part is this was the real clean entry for the long right here, which was days ago. We missed that guy. That was the real clean one. Uh-huh. Yeah, God, that would have been a great one. Fucking hell. Damn, that would have been a great one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't love this. I don't love this area right here to plan trades out of. There's just nothing in there I really love to plan a trade out of. Let me look closer and make sure I'm not just being lazy. Obviously, this is problematic. That's problematic. That says that we return to this low. So is there something that can hold that low? See, that's why I don't love it, is because this has already been mitigated. It's already been mitigated, so I don't love that. This low's already gotten tested once. That high, we don't care about that right now. I don't think this does it, but it could. It could. That might be our answer right down in there. Where is it? 30-minute, no. 1 hour, no. 2 hour, yes. Does not maintain structure, no. Yeah, no, that's the trouble. See, I don't love anything here. You have this little OBIM down here that I'd love to say, let's plan along off of it, but you have to break structure to get there, right? Up, down, break to get down there. So I don't love that anymore. Um, Sometimes you find the greatest zones in the world, but I always have to ask myself, what do we have to break to get there? And if we break whatever we have to get there, what does that mean? Does that still mean the same thing for that zone? And in the case of this, the answer is no. Uh, Even though that is an OBIM, and I would love it to, no, I want this tool. I would love it to sort of maintain this kind of structure flow out of here. It won't do that by getting down there. No, it won't. It will look like this. It'll look like that by getting down there. So that doesn't really work for me. But the moral of the story is I still love. I like this low. This low gives me smiley face vibes. It gives me smiley face vibes on that low on OP. Yeah, yeah, I do like it. I do like it. Anyways, you guys are quiet. Everybody left me. Everybody left me. Yeah, you're all gone. Everybody left. It's just me. I'm talking to myself now. Man, I swear there was something else that was really looking great. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I don't even know why that was labeled the way it is. How dare you front run myself? You getting close on this guy? Ooh. Oh, that little tiny OBIM right there. I haven't broke off of it yet. All right. Anyways, oh, Anthony's still here. Sweet. Thanks for saying smash the like or whatever. I don't care if anybody puts a like on my videos. I don't care if anybody subscribes to the channel. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to post private, rather unlisted links that will prevent the channel from ever growing. So don't fret about that. Don't fret about that. Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. I'm out of time. I'm out of time. I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna call this one a done deal. We'll go take one more peek at the B's, the T's, and the C's, and then we out of here. Yeah, bully. I'm getting where you're coming from. I mean, we did a break 5 minute structure already in the time I was blabbing. I love these wicks here. Now it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm not going to force it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's Friday. I'm not going to force it. If I don't get this, I'm out. I'm out. If I don't get it, I am out. I'm not gonna force it. Nope. Nope. Yep. So yeah, just waiting for these guys. Buy low, sell high, out of supply, off the other ultimate range low. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Cool, man. You guys have a great day. Rock on.